The reason is because when the rider is over here, then there is a clear channel of air between the rider and the top box. So what it creates is like, what's up YouTube, welcome back to another video. So this video is all about the luggage management system on a motorcycle. You guys will be knowing that I'm touring on a sports motorcycle, and managing the luggage is like really a pain in the ass. So it's been some years I'm experimenting myself with panniers, saddlebags, top box, tank bag and all those things, and I have some observations to tell. So should you buy a saddlebag or should you buy a pannier, a very expensive pannier, by making all this carrier setup and all? So let's get into the video. So first of all, I want to tell that not everyone should go to a pannier. So in fact, if you're riding a sports motorcycle or a street motorcycle, in my suggestion, don't go for panniers, go for saddlebags. I'll tell you the reason. You see all these panniers in big motorcycles like the BMW GS, like the adventure motorcycles to be exact, not big motorcycles, the adventure motorcycles. So in fact, you have to deal with the aerodynamics. You have to think about the aerodynamics if you're buying something extra on your motorcycle. If you look at a BMW GS and all, the front portion of the motorcycle will be huge. So on this motorcycle, it's all streamlined, it's all in one line. So if you look at a BMW GS, the front of the motorcycle is very wide and then it tapers. It comes like this, then it tapers, and then the rider's legs sit in, and then you have ample space over here. But on this motorcycle, if you try to mount a pannier, I'm talking about the pannier, so the wind will come like this, it touches the rider's leg and it goes and touches the pillion's leg if it is there, then it directly go and touch a pannier, a box directly. So the wind is perpendicularly hitting the pannier if it is not aerodynamically designed. So in an adventure motorcycle, you have that air pocket where the pannier sits in. That's why I told, if you are on a sports motorcycle or on a street motorcycle, the pannier will sit outside the motorcycle. So the pannier will sit outside the motorcycle, which in fact drags a lot, in the sense it causes a lot of air resistance, and you will get to feel that the panniers are very difficult to manage, in the sense if you are on high speeds, if you are hitting a crosswinds, not even crosswinds, the regular wind itself will take a serious issue on your top speeds, your handling on the motorcycles, I can say that. So in my opinion, go for waterproof saddlebags if it is possible for you. So the difference between a saddlebag and the pannier is like, the pannier is very much fixed to the chassis or to some part of the motorcycle, but saddlebags are not like that. Saddlebags are in fact tied to the motorcycle, and when the wind comes and touches the saddlebag doesn't drag the bike. Instead, it will adjust by itself. So saddlebag has that offset. So you're getting the point, right? It in fact adjusts itself and be on the place itself. But the pannier is not like that. When the wind come and hit the panniers, it will try to bend the motorcycle, it will try to maneuver the motorcycle, which is difficult for the rider. So if your motorcycle is like one streamline, not like that broad-headed motorcycle which I told, then saddlebag is the best thing that you can buy. If you're on cruise motorcycle, probably you'll be having a broader front end, then you can go for it. So basically your choice should be, if you're having a broader front end, you can go for the pannier. And especially if you're going for the pannier, probably the pannier manufacturer won't give you any this kind of a stay, then you have to make it. So it's very expensive, expensive to make. And all the good part about pannier is like, you have everything in one place, no one can take it out because it works on a lock system and it is waterproof. So these are the things which you will be looking on. In my opinion, if you can buy a saddlebag which is waterproof, it does almost the same thing, except the fact that if someone want to take off your luggage when you park the bike on outside, then they can do that by cutting off the straps. So that's one possibility which I see with the saddlebags, that someone can take it. That's the only con which I see. So that's my observation about buying panniers or saddlebags. Now let's come to the topic of tank bag. So in my opinion, if you can buy a magnetic tank bag, that will be the best thing that you can do. If you're having a metallic tank cover, then the magnetic tank bag sits like anything. You don't have to worry about anything. You can just one click you can take it off, and one click you can put it on. So magnetic tank bag is good until and unless your magnets doesn't interfere with the EFI system or something. I have seen that with some other motorcycle, so you have to be a little careful with that. Apart from that, I feel that having a tank bag doesn't irritate you in any manner. Once you're used to this tank bag, then there is no problem. In fact, I've seen that some people telling, how do you manage with the tank bag and all, does it hinder your motions of the handlebar and all? So in fact, I have to say that you can feel the tank bag on your chest, that's all. It doesn't comes and get into the way of a handlebar or the clip-ons. It doesn't do that. You have to just adjust your tank bag in such a way that it doesn't touches it, that's all. And in a way, I'll say that the tank bag will give you ample protection from wind blast. So finally, I'll be talking about my touring setup, but apart from that, I'll walk you through all the luggage system available and the advantages and the disadvantages. So let's get into the top box. So yes, I have a top box. I'll tell you why I have a top box. So I have started using this top box for the past 1.5 months, and I've done just 1,000 kilometer ride, and that was good, I have to say that. So when you should go for a top box, say you have a pillion and you don't want to have a saddlebag, then you can think of buying a top box. I'll tell you why. Because top box is a problem for single riders. The reason is because when the rider is over here, then there is a clear channel of air between the rider and the top box. So what it creates is like again wind resistance, and it's not so safe. At some point of time, the wind can just take off the top box. I have heard this experience from few others, that sometimes the top box cannot hold it to the brackets and it just flew off because there was a constant channel of air between the rider and the top box. So if you are having a pillion, there is no chance of air getting in between the rider and the top box, so the top box is safe. So my touring setup is very simple. I have a tank bag and a top box, and this solves my entire luggage issues. So I was using a different windscreen some time ago, but that was not giving it any wind protection at all. So those times the tank bag was helping me. So this windscreen is good now. It's an MRA windscreen. So my touring setup is tank bag and this thing. So I'll tell you how it goes. So the wind comes like this and it touches the tank bag. So the wind doesn't comes and hit to my chest, then it hits my helmet, then to the pillion helmet, and then it goes off. So everything is in one single line. It's all about aerodynamics of a motorcycle, that's all. Everything is one single line, and at times during crosswinds I could feel that the top box is dragging the motorcycle, that's all. Apart from that, I feel very confident riding it in high speed, say 140, 150 with pillion. So that's my observation about it. And to talk about the box that I'm using, it's a Givi box. I'm yet to make a review about it. I don't know, I just tried couple of rides with it, that's all. But to talk about this, the setup, though this didn't came with a Givi, so these custom makes actually cost a lot. So this has been done by Art of Motorcycles Bangalore, and I have to say that they have done a really good job in making that. It is very strong. I can say that because I was doing some off-roads with it, not intentionally of course. I couldn't feel any vibrations on the top box, and even on high speeds I couldn't feel any wobbling with it or any settling because of the weight which has been put on it. It feels very sturdy and strong. So in that sense I am very happy with that product. But still I'll hold my word with this box. So this box is good, decent enough. I'll just keep it for another year and I'll share my observations. That's why I'm not talking anything about this particular box. So this box is somewhere 40 liters and I have a tank bag of around 25 liters. That is enough for a 5-day ride for 2 people. So that's it with this video on the luggage management solutions by me. So I have been riding motorcycles for a long time and have always struggled in managing the luggage. So I hope this video helped you. So if you have any doubts or if you have any thoughts, please share it in the comment box, because that helps a lot. Whatever motorcycle you are having, be it Dominar, Duke, Interceptor, or whatever you have, just write a comment on how you are managing the luggage system, and if you are having a good way, please write it in the comment section. So as always, show some love in the form of likes and comments. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.